Well, hello, air signs. Hello, friends, and welcome in to your weekly reading for February 13th through the 19th. Oh, so let's see where we go. Let's see. I have a couple of things I wanted to mention. Oh, yes. Yes. There it is. If you haven't done so already, be sure and take my poll that I have posted on the community page, because I would love to know what type of tarot content that you enjoy watching the most. So please take that poll if you haven't done so already. And also, all of your February readings, the monthly readings, are up and posted. So check out your monthly reading for February if you haven't done so already. And see, what else? Oh, this is a general reading. So take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's see where we go. I'm going to take a look at that recent past that's affecting your current situation, and then, did you have a card flip up? And then the potential outcome, as well as what's going on energetically just below the surface that you may not be aware of. So we're going to check it all out. All right, that's where we're going. Ooh, Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Wands, and the High Priestess in your recent past. I like that. I mean, that just comes in as you're just taking it day by day. You're taking it day by day and you're listening the best you can. You're listening and you're following your intuition here. What your gut tells you, that intuitive knowing, you're using that to just navigate your day by day, including all the information coming at you. So whether it's, I get the sense of like messages from videos or billboards or from friends or messages from your work or your job. It's like, it feels like your intuition is your filter. It's like you are making all decisions and filtering all the information that comes to you through your intuition first. And it also feels very secretive, which is intriguing that I get that from the High Priestess, but she is secretive. I mean, it's intuitive knowing. So this is not something you share with the world necessarily. It's something that you know. And I do feel like you are being very secretive about something, or you're keeping something very close to your chest. You are. But nonetheless, you're filtering everything through that intuition and you're just taking it day by day. That Knight of Pentacles just comes in day by day, one foot in front of the other kind of thing, heavily relying on your intuition. So that's a good thing. All right. Nine of Pentacles came in your recent energy. I like that. There you are. Ooh, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Let's see, how many more are we doing? Right there. Knight of Wands. Ooh, the Lovers. Ooh, some Ace of Cups. Knight of Swords. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, I can see that. Strength is underneath that you may not be aware of. Ooh. Oh boy. Okay, air signs. Okay. So this is exactly how it came in. So this Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Lovers, this is your current energy that you're dealing with. It feels like you've got some choices to make. You've got some choices to make here, and it makes me feel like you've got some choices to make around your comfort, because I just get the sense that you are not very comfortable where you're at. Now, this could be job related, this can be in a relationship, this could be where you live, but you are not comfortable. It just comes in, and that's so odd that I'm getting that with the Nine of Pentacles, but you're just not comfortable, period. You know, something's amiss. Something's not quite working for you. The Lovers tells me you've got choices to make. You get to choose. You get to choose what you do in the situation, and how you handle the situation is just going to take commitment. It's going to take follow through. It's going to take some execution here. And it's not going to be, so this Knight of Wands comes in. It's just so interesting exactly how it comes in, because it's almost like the opposite of what I would traditionally read these cards at. But that's the glory of a reading. Is this Knight of Wands kind of tells me that you've got choices to make, in the sense that to find your true everyday comfort, you know, the comfort and security and just some of the peace that you want in your everyday life, it's not all going to be glamorous. It's not all going to be rainbows and glitter dust. It's sometimes you just got to take the Knight of Pentacles approach, which is, okay, shit has to get done. Bills have to be paid. We have to eat. You have to go to the grocery store. You've got to cook dinner. You've got to clean your house for the most part. You've got to have everyday life responsibilities. You've got to, or you have the choice to, take your car in to get maintenance. Like, you have everyday life stuff that you've got to do that most people in this 3D world get to do. And it's not glamorous, but I get the strong sense that you're coming up against this. It feels like resistance within yourself. It's like you're coming up against resistance that if it's not the Knight of Wands, if it's not inspiring and all rainbows and glitter dust and passionate and yes, all the feels, like all the intuitive feels, like if it's not giving you all that, you're just kind of like, meh, meh. But consider this. I will say that, like I said, sometimes there's a choice to make, and it might not be the most glamorous choice. It may not look like the most glamorous choice. It may not feel like everything is right in your world and my heart's on fire, but that doesn't mean it's I will use this in quotes, the wrong choice. It might mean that is the right path to take. That is a path that is for your highest good, lover's choice. It's just not going to be glamorous in the beginning, but it's going to get you the end results that you truly want. It's going to get you there. It just might not be the most glamorous path, but take it anyway, kind of thing. Because it's going to give you the comfort and the stability that you want. It's going to give you a little bit of relief. And the Knight of Wands, it also is kind of speaking to me about commitment and follow through. You know, the Knight of Wands can be very, how do I say this in a flaky? Let's just say flaky. A little bit. Knight of Wands doesn't commit. It's not really big commitment energy. The Knight of Wands is more or less, if it feels good and it feels in alignment and I'm passionate about it, I'll stay. But the second that turns, or shit gets hard, or it gets a little too mundane, the Knight of Wands is like, bye. Off to the next passion project, off to the next relationship that can usually give me all the feels. It's like this. It just came in. It's the difference in the first 3 months of a relationship, the first 6 months of a relationship. You know what I mean? That's your rainbows. That's your glitter dust. That's you just see them in this most beautiful light, all the feels, all the hormones, all of it's going, and it's just magic the first 3 or 6 months of a relationship. For all of us that have been in longer relationships than 3 or 6 months, you know exactly what I'm about to tell you. Over time, things change. Over time, it might not be such a, oh, everything they do is just precious and cute. You know, life happens. There's challenges. There's disagreements. There's arguments. Shit can get a little hard. Shit can get a little rocky. And that's where the commitment comes in. That's where I'm still choosing my heart. I'm still following my intuition. I'm still choosing this person, and I'm committed, and we're going to work through it, but it's not going to feel like the first 3 months kind of thing. It doesn't mean it's never going to feel that way again. You can have those beautiful moments again, but you might need some commitment to get through some of the stressor points. And the Knight of Wands isn't great. It doesn't do good on that. Typically doesn't do good on that commitment front. When shit gets a little hard, Knight of Wands is out. Bye. Exit stage left kind of thing. So you have choices to make. Like maybe it might not be glorious. It might not be the thing you want to do the most, and may not feel the most amazing, may not feel amazing to you, but maybe some of the everyday 3D life stuff. So I'll say the mundane life stuff, the mundane path you can take. If you can step back from it, what does your true intuition tell you? Like, even though it may be mundane, is that still you feel? Does your intuition, is it telling you? Do you feel that that's going to actually get you the results that you want? Even though you may be resisting it, even though it might not be necessarily what you thought you wanted to do, but does it feel right? Does it feel in alignment? And do you see the end game there? Do you see how, oh yes, if I just do that, if I just do that, if I just put, this analogy just came to me, if I just stop now and put gas in my car at 5:30 today, when I get off work, if I just stop and put gas in my car right now, I'm going to have a better morning tomorrow. Versus, I'll get up early tomorrow and I'll just put gas in my car. I think we all know how that goes. Chances are you're going to run late. So just take the time to fill up your car or put gas in it while you're already out, versus waiting in the morning and try to do it and then be stressed, kind of thing. So that's the analogy here. Because I see the outcome energy and it's very indecisive. This is very, the struggle is real. I mean, the struggle is real here because you've got the Ace of Cups. So your heart is, it's like a new beginning in love. Now, love doesn't necessarily mean a person. It just means there's a new beginning in love here. There's a new path opening up. There's a new opportunity that's really speaking to your heart, that's you're loving. And it's the very beginning stages of it. It's a new beginning. And it's not, we're not at the 10-year plan here. We're just at the opening up, the blossoming, if you will, of the heart. But I don't like this. I'll just say I don't really much care for the Knight of Wands in this reading, and I don't care for the Knight of Swords in this reading. It feels like the way it's looking at the Ace of Cups, the Knight of Swords is almost like, how do I say it? It comes in like come hell or high water. Okay, I'll try to unpack it. Come hell or high water, I'm going to follow my heart no matter what. But the thing is I don't see your heart being very clear here. It's like I'm on a quest for the truth, and I will stop at nothing for the truth. I will stop at nothing that doesn't resonate with my heart, because everything's just got to go. It feels very brash. It feels very aggressive. It feels very forceful. It feels bull in a china shoppy. It's almost like, because I don't see you having clarity about exactly what this is just yet, because you've got some choices to make. You're indecisive. You don't know what choices are going to get you what you want here. You're trying to rely solely on your intuition, but you're keeping a lot to yourself. And you're on this quest for the truth of your heart. And this feels like it's too much. It feels forceful. It feels like I will stop at nothing. Almost to the point, now this may be a little too aggressive in the words that I'm going to use, but I'm trying to get the point of how this feels. It's like I will stop at nothing. I will run over people. I don't care about other people's feelings. I don't care about other people's situations. I don't care about where other people are coming from. I don't care about their point of view. I don't care about what they think. I don't care about what my family has to say about it. Like, zero fucks given. This is that card. You have zero fucks given about what anyone else in your whole world has to say, because all you are focused on is the truth of your heart. That's it. And I say unfortunately, but consider, is that type of aggressive energy, is that type of intensity, is that type of zero fucks to all you bitches, which there's a time and a place for that, don't get me wrong, but when you're struggling to make choices, this tells me you do not have the clarity yet. You don't have the knowing. You don't have the full awareness quite yet of what your heart wants. Or if you do, you're fighting it. You're fighting it a little bit. Like with the High Priestess, if you do know exactly what you want and the path for you and where you're going next, then you're fighting it. You're making choices that potentially go against that, because you're so dead set on this one thing. So consider, even though you have zero fucks given, consider maybe taking your foot off the gas pedal a little bit, slowing down a little bit. You don't have the clarity yet. You just don't have it yet. You're just not there. I don't think it doesn't feel like you're there to the point where saying you have zero fucks given would benefit you at this point. In that mindset might benefit you a little later, after you have complete and utter clarity and are at peace with what your heart's telling you. But I don't think you're there yet. So you might need these people. All I'm saying is you might need these people. These people, you might want to listen to what they have to say. You might want to listen to their perception or their perspective on it. You might want to open up to people, that whether you have mentors, or this is even coming in a little Nine of Pentacles about, do you have a financial advisor? Do you have, that type of experts? Therapy? Who are your people? Who are your experts? Who are your mentors? Who's your crew? Who's sitting at your priority table? Because they can help you a lot here. They can help you a lot deal with matters of your heart. Deal with matters of your comfort. Comfort here. I get comfort very strongly here. Deal with the everyday mundaneness of life sometimes. Deal with the path that may not be the most glamorous, but help you deal with the path that's going to get you to where you want to go. Because you're going to need a lot of strength. Because it just comes in like, I get why the strength is anchoring this reading, because this is not easy for you. This is not easy at all. And it's almost like with the Nine of Swords, it's almost like you're frustrated, you're angry about it too. You have this intensity and aggression, like you're just so angry about it. So just consider slowing down a little bit. Consider opening up a little bit. Consider foot off the throttle. It doesn't all have to happen tomorrow. Decisions don't have to happen tomorrow. They don't. You need time kind of thing. If you don't have the clarity, I don't think you do, you don't have the clarity. You can't force it. You can't get aggressive, and you can't tunnel vision it to death. So space. You might need some space. Open up to the people at your priority table. Open up to your mentors or the professionals, financial advisors, lawyers, therapists, doctors. It helps maybe some energy healing here if you're into those type of modalities with the High Priestess here. Healings of some sort. Just something to help balance out some of this high-strung energy here. Very, very high-strung. Very high-strung. Thoroughbred energy. If you're into horses at all, I'm massively into horses. I do a lot of volunteer work with horses and barn work. But you're like, this is thoroughbred energy. This is, I am high strung. I am an athlete. I am born to run. And I'm not only just born to run, I'm born to run quickly. Like the Derby. This is that energy. It's like, But at the same time, realize that what good is all that energy doing if you're just running in a circle? It's like learning to channel that energy or balancing that out to where you can use it versus just running in a circle. Don't be a thoroughbred running in a circle. That's going to get really old real quick, and that's going to be exhausting. That's going to be exhausting. All right, so this is your card. We're going to tap. Air signs, we're going to tap. Oh, yeah, we need to tap on this because I don't feel like I see clearly. Did I mention I don't think you are seeing anything very clearly? We're going to tap on it. We're going to help you. I see clearly. And the back of your card says, I willingly forgive. I breathe love into my vision, and I see with compassion and understanding. My clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. Yes, yes. So we're going to tap on this. And I do want to say, I haven't mentioned this in other videos other than this week, but when you're tapping, whatever situation this is to you, or whatever person or situation or job or just anything, whether it's personal, whatever triggered in your mind as you listen to this reading, think about that. Just bring it to the top of your mind as you tap, because that will help you. Whether you feel like it's helping or not, it's helping. So just trust in the fact that tapping is helping you deal with that situation. So just bring it to the top of your mind, let whatever comes up, and tap along with me. Even though I may be frustrated and I'm angry, and the answers just aren't coming as quickly as I want them to be, that's okay. That's okay. Because I'm opening up and I'm seeing more clearly. So even though this is hard and so frustrating and sometimes so incredibly overwhelming, that's okay too. I'm honoring how I feel about it, and I am seeing more clear. So even though this is very challenging, and there's a part of me that just wants it all to be over with, no matter how it all shakes out. Even though there's a part of me that's very impatient about this. Even though there's a part of me that just doesn't care about anything else. That's okay too. That's okay. I am where I am, and that's okay. I'm working through this, and I'm seeing even more clear. I see clearly now. Even though I have some resistance to this. And some part of me maybe doesn't even want to admit certain things. That's okay too. I'm seeing more clearly. And I am willing to forgive. I breathe love into my vision, and I am willing to see with compassion and understanding. my clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. As things are becoming more and more clear for me. And I am willing to forgive myself and others along the way. I am ready to breathe in love into the vision I have for myself and my life. I see with compassion and understanding. And my clear insight is reflected in my outer sight. And I am ready for clear insight. I am ready for compassion and understanding. I am ready to make decisions and move forward, even the smallest of ones. I am ready to forgive myself and others. I forgive, I forgive, I forgive. And I now see with unlimited compassion and understanding for myself and others. All is well. All is well. All is well. Okay, let's take a deep breath in through the nose. And let it go. Woo, okay, air signs. Woo, what a week for you. Easy does it, easy does it. I hope this helped you, and I will absolutely see all of you next time. Bye.